Cheers. Here I am. I'm here before you all. Cold. Very, very cold here, guys. Minus 33 with the wind chill factor, and it's going to plunge down below minus 40 tonight. So we're probably all going to have, many of us are going to have water systems that don't work. Water's going to freeze. Minus 40 is pretty cold. And if you get a little bit of wind, it's even colder. Quebec and the province today, winds were recorded 232 kilometers an hour today. And listen, it's nothing impressive in a hurricane, but there's no hurricane here. So imagine. Mr. Christopher Rollins, how's it going, brother? You're probably here at the last stream, and I didn't get a chance to say hello to you all. Goodbye, Scooby-Doo. Hello to you. Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Is it cold in your end, Christopher? It is freezing here, you guys. What about you? Goodbye to... goodbye, Doobie-Doo. Sorry. Dill the dog. I am dog called Dill. How's it going, my friend? Art's in the house. Fort Worth, Texas here. Thank you very much, my friends from Fort Worth, Texas. You got a lot of Texans that come into the channel now, and I love you guys. Thanks, USA. Good news coming for USA too. Hopefully, not necessarily. Well, that's how it is. The states got all the states, but the good news about the endemic. So that's a little bit of some positivity. That's what got me up when I'm seeing the UK, they lifted the mandates and stuff. So that's good news. Comment ça va, Michel Sagnier? Salut à toi, man. Merci. Un gros merci, man, pour le grand sport. Hein, mon frère, il fait fret ici. Il fait froid ici, moins 33. Ça plonge au-dessous de moins 40 ce soir. Celsius. It's going to be cold. Aura K. K, how's it going? Hello to you. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Darla. Tom Brooks, thanks for coming back, my friends. Yeah, I had a bit of a tickle in my throat. I don't know if it's the beginning of a cold. That or I'm going to die. Either way, I live through each day. Not stressfully, that's for sure. Best thing that the human being has is his or her immune system, which got rid of thousands of variants and diseases and V's since we were born that we wouldn't even have known existed. But that we get through 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 10-4. Here, minus 33. And in the house, it's funny you say that. In the house, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. In the house. And my heater in the basement also broke this morning. But I tend to think it was maybe a couple of days back, and I didn't notice. So it could be a while back. I'm going to taste it. I mean, anyone could live like minus 50 degrees for a month. We're not going to die, probably, right? Of course not, but it's unpleasant. Hey, Barb. Oh, Patrick. How's it going? Man, thanks a lot, man. Nice to see you. Welcome, and to all newcomers, too. Those of you who took the time to check out the channel for the first time, it's greatly appreciated. And, yeah, in the houses, you know, depending on whether you have heated basements or not, it does get pretty crazy. And now they're talking about, hey, Darla, they're talking about the temperatures that can remain all through February. Say February, can February be colder? It's possible. They didn't confirm it, but they say it's possible. Hey, Patty. Hey, Bruce, freezing in Atlanta. Thank you for letting me know that. Georgia, yes, man, it's bad here. It's getting cold, and I don't think this is the only area. So I guess all through the U.S., probably even in parts of France, it's probably going to be cold too, where they have cold weather. But the sun is a major factor of what's going on. Ivan, how's it going? Hello to you. Thanks. The stats. Julie, thanks for coming back as always. Greetings. Welcome to Bruce's All Sky Watchers. Thank you for sharing time with us today. Greatly appreciated for sure. Question, type it in early. Being only one moon man trying to chat with everybody is earthly impossible. And it is. It is earthly impossible. But you guys must have a good time seeing me try anyways. I have to talk once in a while. Often I go through all the lists and I can maintain it. But if I don't say anything. Dorothy, thanks for being here. Hello to you. 23 degrees here in South Jersey, USA. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's getting cold here. It's getting cold here for sure. I know all of you are going to get cold. And even in the warm areas in the States, you guys are going to be getting different temperatures. And maybe some people in the hot areas are going to get even hotter temperatures. That's how it is. Say to yourself, the same weather you've always had, amplify it. Either it'll be like, wow, we usually get rain every day. Well, it could be that it rains twice as much, or it could mean that it rains twice as less. And there's no way of them predicting it because they have no idea. I don't even know why I say it with a smile because it's not really funny. The sun, what's going on is very, very dangerous. I know a lot of you watch a lot of films. I don't watch a lot of films, but I watched one just the other day, something end of the world, something, and that's the whole subject was that, right? The CME that's going to hit Earth, and the grid goes down, and the satellites go down, and then the dams break and everything in the movie, and all hell's breaking loose. In reality, a lot of truth in some of the movies. Ed, how's it going, man? I think I have a little cold starting, but I'm not sure though. Bruce, thoughts on the 5G and graphene oxide? Yeah, love you, man. Thank you very much. Listen, I don't know anything about the graphene oxide, but I know it's definitely something that they're using. And I was reading up about that the other day because now they're starting to talk a bit more about the graphene. And I even have a post right here. It was on this website. I wonder if it's still there. Talking about the surface properties. Yeah, very good. Material stabilizing various emulsion systems. Graphene oxide remains at the surface of the emulsions system due to the difference of surface energy. Hold on. Yeah, and it was formerly called graphitic oxide. They changed the effing names. Graphitic acid is a compound of carbon. So yeah, they say, oh, it's graphene oxide. It's acid they're spraying on you. Compound of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen in variable ratios obtained by treating graphite with strong oxidizers and acids for resolving of extra metals. The maximally oxidized bulk product is a yellow solid. Sometimes they even show what they look like, but yeah, crazy stuff. But the 5G, um, I'm totally against it because of what they were saying at the beginning. I mean, there's no testing that was done. 5G, they say the satellites for the 5G, it's not 5G is extremely strong in small radius of an area. You know what I mean? It's not something like the satellites that are extremely buzzing far out, but they're very strong over the areas that they are. And that's scary. The 5G was supposed to be, there's talk about it being a weapon. So I don't know. And it is also talk about the direct energy weapons and satellites being related to the 5G so that they'll be able to perform better and have more power to make the satellites do whatever they have to have them do. But aside from that, just the same news that everyone's, bringing up and talking about it. Obviously, I research space and stuff, but the 5G is a concern of mine. I listened, and probably you definitely did too. And like I said, I listen to what people say, whether they're credible or not. I listen to the words they say, and that's the credibility for me. David Icke, I saw a lot of, at the beginning he said it was Jesus Christ. I know there's lots of stuff that came out with him, but as for the 5G and the towers, brought out a lot of information, and they started burning the towers down. So it's like, I don't know. Luz, hello from the Bronx in New York. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that. All right, UK here. Let's hope we're all free now. I hope so. It started in your end, sister. Hopefully it's going to come down to our end too. Good news in the States. They just, Texas, we got some people from Texas here. A judge in Texas abolished the mandates for federal agents. I mean, okay. It'd be fun if it was for us too, but it'll come. But still, they don't have to get V'd to be able to remain a Fed. Hopefully it'll come down. It's going to start by that. Then it'll gradually come down. The talk about certain other countries around the 31st, things are going to go down. So we're probably going to see this happen between 2 or 3 months, that countries are going to bring the bloody mandates and everything down. Hopefully that way people will be able to be in peace. Thank you so much, Peter Hyde. Love you for it, man. Thank you very much, brother, for the generous contributions, guys. Peter Hyde, thanks, man. 4 degrees Fahrenheit heading to 15. See, that's Divine Disruptor. Thanks a lot. Welcome. That's bad. So there's a lot of up and down. So like me here, we're going to plunge down. You guys are all going to plunge down too. I guess that's how it's going to be. It's scary because you think of the Ice Age, right? And they're sending up a whole bunch of weather instruments. Elon Musk, SpaceX is celebrating his 2000th satellite sent up, which I thought it was 4,005, but apparently not. Apparently there are 4,500 satellites in the sky around Earth, and it took 5 years for them to send up all those satellites. And they also mentioned it took 5 years for them to be able to have that many satellites up there. But now here's the problem. The anti-satellite attack satellites like Russia, China, including the States. SpaceX just sent up 2 satellites for them to do observation in geostationary orbit somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where they said, but 2 satellites just went up for SpaceX. And they want to send a shitload, excuse the expression, more up of satellites. That's only to check the sun, to check the UFOs, the activity. They're there to take pictures of everything that's going on. There's weather instrumentation, satellite weather instrumentation that's being sent up. It was a launch today, guys. While you and I were all here at the first live stream, there was a launch. I didn't even know that there was a launch. There's talk about setbacks for the moon. Interesting. I haven't heard any dates, but something about Artemis being set back. But again, it could be Artemis 1, 2, 3. There's a whole bunch of projects that they're doing. So now Artemis, instead of being to land people on the moon, and I could be mistaken, in 2024, they're going to instead create a gateway for the first launch, right? And when we say the first launch, it's probably literally the moon's first launch. So what are people going to say when they start crashing all their launches? And people are like, what the hell? They can't land. Oof. And they landed for the first time in 69 with luck. They landed all stable too. Not a speck of dust on any of the feet that landed. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skill that was used probably. I don't know. Thanks, Darla. Hey, Darla. Cowboy, Conscious, Community 5, thanks a lot for coming back, my friends. Our strength is in our unity family. I love hearing that, and it's true. And here, that's what we do. We connect with everyone here. You can have difference of opinions. You can still be a part of the family as long as we don't diss each other. A lot of the people that support the channel here do not all agree with me about everything. And a lot of big contributors here believe that they went to the moon. Some don't. So we have a very big up and down, different theories here and everything. I think it's beautiful. What's happening, Bruce? 21 below. Yeah, it's really plunging down there. It's really concerning. It's getting me worried for sure. What I'm worried about is all the activity in the Pacific. 6.7 earthquake this morning right beside Japan, and that's in the Pacific Ocean, right? I was saying it this afternoon. The volcano that lasted 100 days in Spain. So it's all in the Pacific, guys. It's all in the Pacific. What else? Tonga, right? So eventually, and it's just me, but I have a lot of vivid visions and I get a lot of premonitions, and sometimes I share them. I don't share them as premonitions, I share them as thoughts. But I'm afraid that something's going to explode in the Pacific Ocean. And it's like, duh, it's not something I'm making up. We saw it, right? We saw it happen, but it's happening pretty quickly. And I don't, think of it, guys. that 100-day volcano that erupted in Spain was absolutely incredible. It was just horrible what we saw in the Canary Islands, right? And now we have that explosion in Tonga in the Pacific Ocean there were, like Peter Bennett said, there were aftershocks at the same time. I heard there was a second explosion also, and they say it's going to take weeks, at least weeks before they can go there to see what's going on. So, I don't know geography. Listen, there's too many subjects I have to learn to do this work, but I'm telling you, I don't know much about Tonga. I don't know I know there were people on the island, but how many were there? Were there 2,000, 10,000, 20,000? Did any die? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think any did, which totally surprises me, which is a good thing though. But whoa, with what's going on and all the weather plunging and that, the earthquakes, it's only a matter of time till we get. Do you guys think the earthquakes are that are getting more and more active in the States? Very concerning. Also, could it be because there's volcanic activity around the Earth that's really, really, really flowing a lot more in all these underground in like the vents inside of Earth, right? So the activity, the earthquakes and everything. I'm just afraid that in the middle of the ocean again, that the one that just erupted in Tonga, could have many vents, and go all over the place and have maybe 3 or 4, submarine volcanoes that come out and explosions and everything, because it's creating. I'm no expert, but sulfur dioxide and stuff that's supposed to be around for a month. That smoke that is still there in the sky is going to move over really fast, and they said it's going to go around the globe. Maybe some people are going to see that cloud or have disturbances in certain areas, depending on where the wind's going to blow, all that for sure. Thanks again. Alien Bump 72. That's all that's happening. Hi, best community ever. Thank you, Elias. Thank you very much, my Montreal friend. Hey, tonight, Elias, is the night. Ce soir. Tonight's the night that everything goes down below minus 30, and the possibility to go down below minus 40, which is going to be incredibly, incredibly cold. That means tomorrow, what I will do is I'll get a couple clouds for you tomorrow. I always love doing that, depending on how I feel, of course. No, go outside. I do it every year. Grab a bucket or something and just throw hot water up in the sky. It's really cool, guys, making clouds. I'm a big kid when it comes to that, and I do it at least once when it's cold outside and I film it. I just think it's pretty cool. I made a coffee cloud last year. Nice brown coffee cloud. So who says they're not doing that in the moon, right? To make clouds or cover or any planet, even Mars. Have you ever seen NASA? What they have this big, 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 huge defense mechanism with water. I call it a defense mechanism. It's beside the launch pad. It gets very, very hot. So they start spraying that water. And what it does is the heat is so strong from the engines that obviously it creates this vapor, but it creates an instantaneously very large cloud that goes up into the sky. And then from that, 15 to 30 minutes after that cloud is formed, well, then lightning appears and it gets heavy and rain starts coming down from it. So that's, there's maybe possible ways we could make vapor, I mean, how the hell do you think in Beijing for the Olympics, even though I don't think they're going to go through, how the hell are they getting snow there? They're making it. They're making the snow. That's all they're doing. They could probably be making clouds on the moon. I don't know, because of the gravity there or whatnot, how that would react, but I don't know. 1 degree Fahrenheit. Oh, geez, that's pretty cold. 1 degree Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's damn cold. The coldest I've seen here inside the house at one point was 48 degrees Celsius. I don't know if you guys know it. It's close to forming ice there. Thank you very much, the stats. I appreciate that. My heater's out too. I'm using kerosene. Yeah, be careful for that, bro. The damn things. It's the best things, but just be careful. The dangers of fires and everything. But yeah, a bit too cold, I think. Ava, Missouri, thank you very much. Cowboy Conscious Community 5. We love you down here. Thank you very much. And cold Montreal in the province of Quebec, freezing down here this evening. Thanks again, Julie. John P. Adventures is in the house. Gas heater. But yeah, well, listen, I know a friend that's going to get a gas heater because, in case things go down, electricity goes down, especially these days with things starting. Tony Brooks, thanks again for being here. Hey, Joe Mama's in the house. Thank you, Bruce. My pleasure. Thank you, Joe, for stopping by. Christy Lindsay. Hello, hello. Christy, it's plunging below minus 33 degrees here. Hey, what's the temperature in your end? Probably cold too. Definitely cold too. Who was it told me? Somebody told me you weren't feeling good. Oh, yeah, that's right. Take your meds, take your vitamins, take your this and that, and vitamin C and diatomaceous, food grade. Always. I started taking this. Like, you girls are rubbing off on me for good things. I don't know if the diatomaceous, Christy, could help the eyes, but I'm telling you, it's doing something to the eyes in a good thing, in a good way. They're feeling a little better. Usually when they say that the next day, I'm like, so we'll see. But not to jinx myself. I use wood and I forget what we're talking about now. All right, Kay, thank you very much. And thanks for taking the time to the first live stream. More and more as we get back into the year, we'll go back to looking at my research. I have lots of documentation and I whip up something 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, so we can bring here and we can all watch it together. Of course, there's lots going on in the news right now with what we endured for the past 2 years. I'm hearing a lot of good news in a lot of countries, a lot of changes coming. There's going to be a lot of arrests for crimes against humanity. There's lots. So much is going on. And still, these things remain really hush-hush. Eh? Hey, Mary. Thanks for being here. Well, it must be good, though. I guess better that way, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Even kerosene, the price of that and everything. Oil, in the days, some people had oil. Some still do. Jarrett Nip and Christy, maybe in maximum less than 2 days, I should be dropping off that document with many pages to the person. So don't you worry about that. South Carolina, 25 degrees. Ooh, it's cold there too, you guys? Hey, Sharon. It's a balmy 12 degrees in Bloomsburg, not Bloomberg's. We're not at a store. In Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, the temperature's crazy everywhere. Some people are going to get earthquakes tonight. It's not hard. Where's the next earthquake? New Guinea, near India or Japan again? Japan, will they get one every year? 2 a year, I think. I don't know. It's getting crazy. Jared, hello, Bruce. Mid-Missouri here. Hello, Darla. Cold here in Missouri. Thanks a lot, you guys, for letting us know. So I guess I'm not the only one freezing my butt off. Minus 40 is a bit radical. It's not something I've experienced very often, a handful of times, maximum in my whole life. Minus 40 is really cold. And of course, there's the wind factor, right? So right now, well, I think when I said it was minus 33, it was actually minus 28. And it's minus 28, but when there's wind, there's a wind chill factor. Not everybody knows that, Probably not in the areas where you guys have palm trees and always heat. But do you notice how where you guys have palm trees and heat and stuff like that, you're getting the tornadoes, though. The hurricanes, the tornadoes, and even some of the earthquakes, a bit more than we are here. There was an earthquake just the other day, actually, 2 or 3 days ago. Here, it was very small, 2.6. And I don't, not here, but in the province. So province of Quebec is pretty big. We wanted to become a country at one point. It was the French here that wanted to become a country like France and separate from Canada, but that didn't go too well. Alan Bump 72, my kids in South Carolina. Yeah, that's right. South Carolina. Yeah, they're announcing cold all through February also here, possibly cold. So I wonder what we're going to see. Thanks again, Sharon. Christy, 42 in Savannah, Georgia. This is rare for us. 28 tomorrow. See, that's what I want to know. Like, we're hearing temperatures of someone like, well, it's because it's not the norm. The areas are getting a change in their norms. And definitely, the past 30 years of data here in Quebec, there are 15 years out of the 30 years that the cold was a lot lower than it was in the past 50 to 100 years. So there is definitely, it's getting colder. It's getting colder and colder. Seems like the summers are getting hotter. The winters are getting colder. Here we get like now it's going to be minus 40 weather. And in the summer on the hottest rare days, like some of you up in the 40s, low 40s, it's like, whoa. Daryl Green, thanks for the comments too, man. Hello there, Bruce. How's it going over there? Heck, has it been so very hot over here in New Zealand? Wow, thanks for letting me know. Beautiful, beautiful New Zealand. Highest so far, 32 degrees Celsius. Hottest weather here in about 7 years at least. Wow. So you see, thanks, Daryl, for letting me know that, man. So yeah, and 32 degrees is hot. And here we have a very high humidity level. I imagine New Zealand, the humidity level I imagine would be very high. In New Zealand, it's a bloody island, right? And yeah, it's dangerous for heat strokes and stuff. And that's too hot. 30s is way too hot. Like 28 degrees Celsius is hot, but 30s height, and you're up over the 30. Yeah, it's bad stuff. Thanks for letting me know that, man. Yeah, what did he say? I think it's 21, if I'm not mistaken, where Christopher is. Hey, Diano, thank you very much. Where your turtleneck? Yes, my Canadian brother. Yes, I know, eh? That's why I keep pulling this up. I should be wearing actually. I should be wearing a scarf actually. A nice long scarf here to keep myself warm. The problem is that when the snow experiences a couple of days in the minus 30, it freezes and it stays a long time. It stays a hell of a long time. The piles of snow right here in a small town remain till June, sometimes July. Valleyfield remained till July and into August, September that the snow had remained. And of course, these are the dumps of snow where they put all the snow for the town and stuff. Big accumulation of snow. Get the kids going to play there on the snowbanks and slide. It's so dangerous because there's sinkholes in the snow because it's all different trucks that went and dumped it all. Thanks again, Daryl. Thanks again, Peter. Thanks, you guys. Merci, mon ami Michel Sagnier. Bien apprécié, mon frère. Richard, how's it going? From the UK, Bruce Hope, you're a good pie. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. It's getting down cold down here. Thanks, Darla. This one's probably already blocked, but there we go. Takes 2 seconds to block them. And he's gone. I'm sure someone has asked this, man, can you see any of the NASA remnants? Yes, I've been asked a lot, but that's a good question, though. See any of the NASA remnants with your beautiful telescope? No, I don't. I'll be honest with you. Or maybe no, I don't recognize them. Because when they show it, they show those spots and white spots. I probably could find it. I would have believed that I could have seen it. But when I look at my telescope, don't seem to be seeing what they said is there. I see a terrain that is filled with cliffs and edges where there's not much surface area that they can cover maybe less than 20 miles around where they landed. They would never be able to travel in a car either. It's ridiculous. The terrain there, it's near impossible from what I could see. But and I promise I am going to do it again, to go back and look at the area. I have looked at it close. I would imagine if I saw something, I said Alan, sorry, Alien Bump 72. If I saw something there on the moon, it would be the size of two pencil points, just to say, wouldn't be very, very big, but it would probably be very reflective. But I haven't seen anything. Don't see track. I see lines. There's lots of lines, but it's all over the moon. So unless they went all over the moon, I don't know. I looked a lot to have a lot of videos up of the surface, looking really close on the surface. And like I said, I see squares, I see geometrical shapes there, what even looks like a dome, but I'm not seeing in the exact area where they said the lander was. And there's a bunch of things. I think there's 6 or 7 things, right? And then the flag and everything. No, of course, I've never seen anything of that. Damn right, Pat. That's how it is. Oh, yeah, if it came down to that, for sure. If there's an uproar, but now things should be getting better. Hopefully. Thanks, Julie. Hopefully. Hi, Bruce. Michael, how's it going, Blackwell? It's freezing here in Northeast Georgia, but my wife's orchids are blooming in our apartment. It's crazy stuff, eh? It's weird, eh? Yeah, that's crazy. I think weather, Michael, is all screwed up. The weather is so screwed up. Here it started also, we had the flowers were out in the snow here. That's what happens in springtime. But this year they were ahead of time. It was really weird. Birds were quiet this year for the first time. I've never experienced that. There are too many trees around me where I am here, and there are too many nests in the trees. And for days on end, 2 days, almost 3 days, not quite 3 days, but I experienced no birds. I did not see a bird, did not hear a bird, no chirping whatsoever. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. It made no sense. House is cracking. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that so much. 16 degrees in Missouri. Thanks, Jared. Knee shaking, teeth chattering, cold, says Christopher. Yeah. Bizarre Life. Hello to you. Thanks a lot. Oh, yeah, that movie. There is, Dorothy. Lots of chatter. 1 second. Turn the heat up. Dangerous for fires too with heaters. You got to be careful, guys, not to, you can put the heaters on, but the wires start getting hot. Have to take them down. Yeah, there's a lot of chatter about it. Listen, they're saying that this cycle, 25, could be the strongest cycle ever seen, but still some are saying that maybe not, that maybe it's just going to die back down, because we've seen it get really aggressive in the past before and then die down or stop or change. But I really don't think this is something that's going to change or stop. I think it's going to change for the worse. And I'm not being negative. It's that if we're realistic enough to understand that when there's a big CME, and you know what? I believe we're going to know it. I'm going to wake up one day, and recently, for those of you just arriving who haven't seen the sun videos, go take a look at them. You see 15, 20, 30 sunspots on the sun, and we see the solar flares. It's incredible. And I believe one morning we're going to wake up and we're going to see a flare will probably be, like that big, instead of just like the longest flare I saw was like half the length of the small finger, right? And half as wide. But when we wake up one day and we see that on the sun, like a big spot like that, we'll know maybe fear, like the Carrington event, for those of you who don't know about it, way back 1800s or 1900s, 1800s, I think, a massive CME hit Earth and it burnt people right in the poles. And what happens is that even the objects that were turned off started working and functioning, and the lights were going on them. They were charging, and the magnetic field around Earth was totally electrocuting people. That's exactly what happened. And oh, they are, Pat. Yeah, definitely are. And especially you said that about the thieves, eh? Here at Christmas, the car thieves that they go door to door to the car doors in the middle of the night to see if there's anything in the cars. That's why I don't shovel around the car. I shovel behind it. Where I'm parked on in a snowbank. So if anybody goes near my car, someone did last year. Some people came into my car. They're looking for my stuff. That was governmental. That was agents. That was not a thief. They came into my car to look for through letters that I had in the car, and they took a couple of letters, and it was letters with my address on it, a name and stuff. Supposed to be warmer than Oregon. We are super mild this winter. It's funny, eh? Yeah, everything's screwed up. Like you said, super mild. And you know what, Christy? As of 2 weeks ago, I would say 3 weeks ago, it was A1. We had a mild winter, bit of snow here. It was rainy and melty and slushy. I love it, But now they're the good thing is that we probably would have got a hell of a lot more snow this week. Where they were announcing 25, 30 centimeters here. But we got 15, I'd say. We got a good 15 centimeters. Then the next day we got 5 more centimeters, probably about 20 centimeters. The winds were blowing around a lot, so we did get about 25. But there should be 2 or 3 more storms usually that we get. But now it's the cold that's going to attack us. Me, when I used to drive on the buses, it was the worst damn thing in the world was that friggin' cold, because a bus door is always open. I was lucky I had it good on the buses, digital. Me, when I drove my first school bus, I did the medical bus. I had a nice big white bus. How many places did I have in my white bus? 2, 3, 4, maybe 25, 30, something like that. Medical bus. Those of you in Montreal have see them go around all the time, the white buses that are cutting people off in traffic. But I had a brand new bus. And those bloody buses, I was driving a Bluebird fat nose. No, that was me. Flat nose bus. And but I was sitting in the front, so sort of fat nose. And these buses are all made in the States. And they put in the heater, but the heater is not for the cold here in Canada. It's actually made in Philadelphia, USA. The parts and everything, and the whole buses are assembled there and they're painted there. Then they're shipped down here to Canada. But they are like paper. You could see through the front of the bus where I was driving. And but it's cool because the motor's behind me. I'm sitting on top of the motor, and the front wheel of the bus, guys, was 6 feet behind me. So it's just the nose that was in front of the bus. So with that bus, I used to be able to go over the ditches. I was literally over the ditch with my bus, but the wheel used to stay on the road, and I used to be able to go all around, push the trees over. But I wouldn't do it again with the cold, and this was horrible. You're waiting for a kid to cross the road. He's crossing the road, so you have to open the bus door before he crosses the road because you got to put your lights on, right? Even though the cars don't stop and almost kill the kids, which happened to me 6 or 7 times. Almost saw a child lose her life, lose his life once, and it was lose her life once. People were in the morning. We're all in a hurry. We're rushing to get coffee. We're pissed off because we got to go in and work all week. And people are cutting through bus stops. That was wrong. Bizarre Life, hello to you. Hi, buddy. Keep up the great work. And it's cold in, hey, Rosemère, Quebec. Thank you very much, man, for letting me know that. And thanks for listening in. Peace, man. Could be, Joe. I ain't going to say anything against it. So many. Aluminum oxide is a lot like seeding, cloud seeding, right? Geoengineering. Now they're doing solar geoengineering. And in the first stream, that's what I read in the report, the small, short report. Scientists say that we shouldn't be allowed to manipulate and stop and dim down the sun rays. They did the test, and it worked, and they were able to dim down the sun's rays. So now here's the thing. If we stop the sun's rays from hitting Earth to dim out the sun and to manipulate the climate change, the minute we stop doing it, everything is going to speed up a lot faster and get worse. Because unless we do that forever until it's adjusted, it's going to cause I believe, a wave of different problems that are going to occur. We're trying to hit asteroids, guys. We're trying to deviate them. Not a good idea either. Lots not a good idea. 50 in Montana today. Thanks, Pat. Are the movies trying to prepare it? They are, Mary. Well said, McMahon. McMahon. I'm going to pronounce it properly, I hope. I believe that the movies are predicting what's going to happen. Like all the UFOs, says Mary, and ETs in the science fiction. Yes, all the end of the world stuff. Yeah, and in the movies, they're actually word for word. Okay, that's how stupid it is. Most movies are describing exactly what's happening. And about a year or two or three or four or five after the bloody movie, that exact thing happens. And sometimes they're even using the same words and terms of some of the things that are happening. That's pretty crazy. As soon to be putting it in the mains water filtration here in the UK. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. Like, you guys, about the body sludge and everything too. What they're doing with putting it in the drinking water and the fluoride, they call it. You got green coming out of your taps. It's not fluoride. They call it fluoride, but it's not. The crap is crazy. Nanoparticles, nano particulates that they're going to put in maybe fruits, bananas, and stuff. It's getting scary. Richard, thanks for being here. But we too, all getting itchy, scratchy, sore throats down here in SJ. Yeah, here too, you guys. Feeling like a cold, but starting to go away after a few days. So that's what it is. I'll be honest with you, whatever the hell they sprayed us with in the sky could be that it gave us a flu, a cold. I don't know. But good news is coming. Good evening, my moon friends. How's it going? Miss Beth? No, yes. Always a pleasure to have you. I'm running late, am I not? Eh? Michael Blackwell, thanks for me. Okay, let me scroll down. Which react to magnetic forces and radiation with 5G is all about. Yeah, so it's a weather machine, Ed. Is it something that's going to control the world? Is that what is going to happen? CIA admitted that the frequency assaults were confirmed in Cuba in like 2017. Yeah, I remember that. Can't remember, but they're able to F with you through frequencies. Yep. And graphene oxide apparently is being put in the jabs. Yes. And okay. I thought you were talking about oxide, aluminum oxide and stuff in the seeding. Man, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they're putting that in it. And I don't know if you're following Alex Jones, Project Veritas, and a whole bunch of other people that are talking about it's serious stuff. They're putting poisons in the V, and it killed off rats. And the top head scientists and doctors and CEOs at the beginning, day one, they came out and they said that's dangerous. It's not to be used in human consumption for the longest time. This is a week, 2 weeks, and then they got fired, they got hushed, and then nobody talks about it. They got a guy like you, Ed, who knows about that stuff, which makes no sense. If regular people like us know about all this stuff, it's because, there's that much truth out there about it. Seeking the Truth News backup. Yes, sir. Josh Who's. Thanks for being here, my friend. People are forced to make backup channels because they're being attacked all the time. And they're forced to make channels in case their other channels don't go down. Imagine. Thank you, Julie. That is the email if you want to reach me. And Christy says hello. Another weekend, Friday, Saturday. I'll be on Patreon. this weekend answering comments. Also, thank you to all Patreon members that go over there, and thank you to the members here. You guys are awesome. Hey, thank you very much. It assists to see tarot reader. Jesus, Bruce, wanted to say it properly. And hearing about that too. That's right, Ed. Why do they want to change the magnetism of Earth? The moon, China's moon, is going to do that. Can change the magnetism of Earth. They change the magnetic fields around Earth, and it can make them move a heavy object with a frequency. And this is real stuff there you're talking about. Fascinates me. Can bring the man-aids down, but much irreversible damage has been done. That's right, Michelle. That's right. Millions sick, damaged, side effects, pretty bad. I'm still happy it ended. It caused families to fight. It caused a lot of people to get worried. I'm talking about my family. We had ups and downs and disagreements and whatnot, my family and I, and I'm talking at a minimal level, because there's so much bloody information out there that we're left with maybe 2 or 3 choices each to do certain things. But either way, it caused every family member to be worried about the other family member, whether the person was or not taking the vaccine. The V, I should say the V. Yes, my friend. Exactly. Yeah, I'm in Canada. I'm in Montreal, in the province of Quebec, and just on the outskirts of Montreal, Salaberry to Valleyfield. I don't know if you know that area where the regattas are. I'm right there between Montreal and there. And it took me a long time to get people from Canada to actually come to the channel, actually. My friend Gate Smasher, hoorah, good vibes sent to everyone tonight. And if I knew your address, I would like to buy the world some bacon. You rock. Sung like to the buy to the world of oh yeah, add back years ago. Remember that? Hey, you know what, Gate Smasher? That was my favorite commercial of that time. Maybe it was because of my age. I was very, very young. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. Remember that? And then it was like 100 people singing. Then there's 100,000 people singing. All the lights around the Christmas tree. I was Christmas. I was a real times. Those were good commercials. Middle of a heat wave here in WA. Wow. Heat waves. That's crazy, eh? Some are dying of cold. Some are dying of heat. And like you said, it's the radical, Peter. It's not just a regular heat wave. It's a heat wave. So you're not just getting hot weather. You're getting a wave of it. That's dangerous stuff. It's going to kill. I mean, it's not long. I don't know. You guys, it must be the same here. When it gets very, very dry, all the grass dies. The trees start getting yellow and they're missing water and the leaves are bent over and stuff. It's very worrying. It's concerning when you think of it. Hey, Kellen, Mohan, thank you very much. Hey, Bruce, did you hear, according to the professor of history at Montreal University, the number of bodies exhumed on the Gen, yes, is 0, not a single bod. And is that the Gen in China, or we're talking about? Or the Gen here? You see, that's, Kellen, thanks for letting me know that. And thanks for being a member again, my friend. Really appreciate that. The numbers are being manipulated. And they talked about it. The statistics are being manipulated for almost everything. The numbers of deaths are being manipulated. The numbers of people that didn't die are being manipulated. It's like nothing's real. None of the numbers are real. It's irrational. I'd like to give you bacon tonight. That sounds bad, man. Some woman might say it's a threat or something. Hey, I want to give you some bacon tonight. JH. Well, you said it. Yep. direct DEW satellites, direct energy weapons. We saw 100 people, 50 to 100 people in the States that were, I mean, these are military or federal or CIA agents or something, or FBI. Something happened with somebody in a group of people. They heard a noise, and then all of a sudden their brains were being interfered with, and it's proof that it was a direct energy weapon, apparently coming from they don't know where. Who has direct energy weapons? The people that you probably do not think would have direct energy weapons. I think India even has direct energy weapons. You know what the Philippines just bought? That's right, a defense system. Philippines bought a defense system from India. I hope it's India. I know it's the Philippines that bought it. I think it is from India. And it was actually Indian Russian patented, the idea of that defense mechanism, talking over $340 million for the defense system. And it's a system of, I guess, ballistic missiles set up along a coast to be able to, protect themselves. And with what's going on with China, who's going to be trying to take over Taiwan and gain territory. Oh, what's going on now with Russia and Ukraine? Oh my gosh. Biden says, if you touch them, we're going to war. And that's all because United Nations is there. Bunch of crap heads. I'm telling you, a bunch of crap heads. Just my suggestion. But do you think maybe we could let Ukraine fight their own battle? I don't know. But no, because Biden says we can't let the integrity of the people or a system be, manipulated by a government like that. Don't you want to smack them across the face when that's what they're doing to Americans? They even accused Americans of being domestic terrorists. That's how disgusting Biden is. Harris, Biden, right? Hey, did you guys see Biden in the Time magazine? I posted a picture of it in the community. I had to look it up to be sure it wasn't a fake image. And they have Biden sitting in the White House in his office going like this, pointing to COVID-19 sign, and over his head in the whole image on the whole cover of Time magazine over Joe Biden's head is a cloud of smoke. And they just put that in Time magazine. Didn't they put him in Time magazine at the beginning when he was voted into office, and they put big ass sunglasses on him? I thought, anyway, maybe I'm hallucinating. Somebody did put him on a cover, sunglasses to portray a real military Air Force pilot guy. He had this leather coat on with wings on it and everything. This guy's never flown a plane. Did you know that? He also says that he was arrested. He was never arrested. He brings up a lot of good things, a lot of lies. So imagine the price of ice cream. You're going to change the price of ice cream, Biden. That's what he's going to do. Some very informative videos on BitChute right now. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Scratch. Hello to you, Sugar Bee. I can't thumb up now because I might miss comments. Later, don't leave. Thanks for being here, by the way. Casa Nostra, how's it going? No, I believe you, Josh. I know lots. Takes me a lot for me not to believe what someone tells me because it's all true what people are saying. It's real, the shit's hitting the fan there. Casa Nostra, hello to you. Thanks a lot. 8:19, I'm still late. I always do this, don't I? Jilly Bean live from Northern Ontario. Thank you. Now I'm scrolling down because I'm missing everyone. So if I scroll down and miss someone like Dave Universe, hello to you. I am Kai. Lots of gold in Georgia. Thanks for letting me know that. Are you good at are you a good prospector? I've always wanted to do that. I am Kai. I've always wanted to pan for gold. And not even because I want to be rich, it's something I want to do. I think it's cool. I want to go up to some gold mine or something. And, I got some good little tricks that I picked up over the years where people are digging for gold. Telling you that. I don't know what that voice was. But like the old areas where they were actually bringing all the rocks down from the shafts and everything, and all the the carpets that were there with the layers of gold and stuff just sitting there, dust. Those are areas I'd love to explore. Talking about some of my passions, I guess. Pedro Silva. Hey, Bruce, do you think humanity will escape an expanding sun? Some crazy reason, I think so. I think so for some reason. But I believe that we're going to have to change. Hey, Sabin or Sabine. Sabin. Hello. Welcome. I think we're going to have to change our way of living. We have to get rid of the wires and roads and stuff. I think we're going to have to go underneath, probably. If the sun gets very aggressive, maybe we'll live in a world where it's totally livable, but it won't be like people won't be allowed anymore, Pedro, maybe to go camping for a week on end in the woods alone. Maybe we'll be always curfewed to remain around the areas. I mean, lots of storms, lots of stuff is coming, but and that's what the sun does. The sun expands and it grows and it grows, and science is telling us that once it grows, and it's even though it's going to get less hot, it's probably going to burn us up. But it takes the life of a dwarf star to become a black dead star. It takes so much time that they say that they don't even know if there's one in the universe, or maybe they just talked about a black dwarf planet. It would take millions of years for a star to get to that phase, to that point in general, from what science is saying. Glenn, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Climate patterns. Crow 777. Yes, I know my buddy Crow. Climate patterns are going through polarization. Yes, extremes getting more extreme. It's exactly Astral Traveler. Thanks a lot for coming by. They are, and it's scary. And I'm telling you, watching it every day, it is something scary to see. Robert, thanks for being here. I'm McHugh in the house. Thank you very much. Get the channel out. That's a must. Hey, the trolls are subbing and unsubbing. There's always one that has 30 to 50 channels that likes playing when I get to close to 0.2 or something. So I'm 9 subscribers away from being at 91,200. So if ever you're not subscribed, we could really overthrow the trolls and sort of achieve my little teaser for today, for this evening, is to piss them off and to get to 91.2, because I'm trying so hard to build a community. On a mountain in Tennessee, man. That's damn cold. Mountains are cold. You just said mountain. I'm like, bro. Thanks, Len. I didn't know who you were talking about, but thanks for letting them know that. There's a lot of people that you ask me to if I know or if I talked about, and there's a lot of people that are really well known in space that I've actually had a chance on here on YouTube anyways to talk to. From people from MUFON, a bunch of associations. And again, I've always remained skeptical of MUFON and all the associations. Always worked alone, always worked on myself. I think that's best. I struggle at both ends of a thermometer because my health. Breathing slows and stops in the cold, and I suffocate when too hot. Lovely. Yeah. Be safe, brother. You got to be safe, my friend. You know what's happening in life? I actually think that maybe the elites for the first time could be losing power. But say to yourself right now, and hey, guys, a lot of people are talking about it. Even I'm mentioning it. False flag attacks, red flag attacks. Now that the mandates and everything are being relieved and being taken off down country after country, obviously we all know it's going to follow. Others will ensue. But there could be something now that they're going to retaliate us with, those elites, by, like, who knows, guys? They could jack the prices up of gas, and I got people telling me, family members telling me that you stock up on this, stock up on that, because they're going to be putting up the price of that, putting up the price. What the hell? The government's there for the people. I never understood that. It's a takeover. It's a coup, and they freaking hate us. We're lucky that they didn't kill us in one shot. I guess maybe they want us to suffer. Someone's like, "Oh, good, they're going to kill us slowly. Good, they're not too mad at us." I think that they're really mad at us, and they want us to suffer through life. That's how I see it. But I do believe, on a positive note, that someone is watching over Earth. I know that for a fact. I promise you, someone's watching over Earth. Maybe you know them. Maybe it's in the family of God, family of Anunnaki. A lot of people have different belief systems, but it all comes down to the same thing: a higher being. I believe a higher being does exist. I believe a higher being is going to take care of Earth. I'm not saying they've been perfect with us, but if you create a race of humans, you don't create a race of humans to kill them. That's for sure. And if they created us, they're not coming here to eat us either. Okay. We grow our own chicken now in petri dishes. Okay. Cows. It's all done now. Everything can be grown. This was to prepare for the 2050 New World Order. There's different steps of the New World Order, right? Now in 2030, the only reason why we're hearing about it now is they're going to do it in 2030 and successfully achieve what they wanted to do. That's like everybody, basically 90% of the population. And it's real. Georgia Guidestones talks about it. There's a law of the amount of people that humans can be on this earth before it can be dangerous and check climate change. So guess what? Because those excuse my expression, pathetic, wasted life elites, okay? They're the laziest people around on earth. And those are the people that don't give a crap about us. I don't remember what I was going to say. It must have direct energy weaponed my brain because I was going to say a doozy about the elites. Maybe it's a good thing that I forgot what I was going to say. I did actually forget what I was going to say, because now I sound bad calling them assholes without declaring why, even though you guys know that the elites, that's what they're doing, trying to take us over and manipulate us by making us eat certain things they want us to eat, by making us, okay, this is what I wanted to say before. It's the sorry ass elites' fault if there's climate change, if there's a global warming, whether it's real or not. We know that there's that 1.1 degree of change, whether it be HARP, I get it, whether it be CERN, but it's still real, that 1.1 degree. The elites driving around on their planes for meetings. As a matter of fact, the ones that are driving around the world to create less pollution are doing it with bloody planes, and they are the ones with the biggest footprint of CO2 on this planet, not us. They want to tax us for so in other words, a trucker, I can just see it happening. Canadian, you're a trucker. Well, you're going to be on the road. I got my trucking license. You're going to be on the road, so they're going to tax a trucker $1,500 a year or $2,000-3,000 a year because he's causing CO2 to be formed. The elites caused that. That's what they did by driving around. How many, like, elites, honestly, how many plane rides do they do in a year? Not under 60, 80 to 100, maybe even more. Some people fly every day. Imagine that, But you and I that never fly, or maybe you went on a plane 10 times, big deal. You're not the one that's causing the problem. The elites are causing the problem. Low 30s Celsius all of next week in Melbourne. Horrible. Too horrible. I've had 4 major exposures to the C19, no jab, and I'm negative, telling my boss ivermectin works. I confirmed that it does work. That's not only a horse pill. That was a funny part that everyone started laughing about it, right? Then Joe Rogan went and took it because he had C19 also. He healed it with the ivermectin. Ivermectin, I know all about it. You order 3 milligrams, 6 milligrams, costs you about $76 for 20 pills. I know all the prices for the pills, and I checked to see if they can be ordered, and they can be ordered online right here in Canada at your door within 24 hours. And I just don't suggest it to anybody. But that's what I would have gone with. It heals it. It heals the C19 right off the bat. And it does a lot of other things, which in reality, ivermectin is used for scabies. It's used for sort of parasitic infections like ringworm and stuff. That's what it's used for, ivermectin. And it's always been used for years and years and years. And pharmacists were allowed prescribing it, or it was given after a doctor prescribed it. And then all of a sudden, they literally took it out of the hospitals, started telling people, well, no, that's not, going to heal it. But yeah, I love the hanging with you guys. Let's kick their elite butts. Yes, that's what we're going to do, Beth. I love you, Beth. Thank you so much. That's what we're going to do. I'm ecstatic today because the elites are getting their ass kicked, and that finally somebody stood up, because I was getting worried. You know what? There's a lot of money that's in there. They must have given trillions. There must be about 150 trillions of dollars that was shipped around the world in less than 2 years. Favors, this, that. I mean, come on. Seeing Epstein at the bloody Queen's chalet, which no reporters go there. Nobody goes there. Like royal family goes there, right? It's all a show they do. Like, don't check behind the curtain, like in Wizard of Oz, putting up smoke and stuff. That's what they're doing. I'm in Utah, and we get over 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 37.7 degrees Celsius. Thanks for letting me know that. See, that's about it. About here to here. 37.7 degrees Celsius with the humidity range here, 40, 42, 43 degrees. It feels like you're breathing in water. That's what it feels like. Warning to Bruce, what he says, YouTube will strike his channel. Yeah, Glenn, of course. I'm always careful, Glenn. Yeah, I've been here for a long time, man. And they strike my channel when I talk too much about that. But I don't. It's only, this is the first stream that I'm back talking about it because everything's being taken down now. But the guidelines will still be up. I have to be very careful. Thank you very much, Glenn, from Boston, for the helpful suggestion. Yeah, you got to be careful. Hey, Alma Quebec in the house. Are you serious? Robert, Rabbi Michel, Alma Quebec. Let's pal. You talk, man. Thank you very much. I wonder what our mother and fathers did during these cold months. I wonder, seriously, back in their days, things were not as now and improved like these days. That's true. I asked my 17 siblings, and they didn't know either, eh? It'd be something awesome to know. I'd love to know about it more, about my grandmother too, and the things that they did for the heat and everything, because it was damn cold, especially back in the days too. The last Australian, Gate Smasher, thanks for being here, you guys. Dave Universe is here. Thanks, Dave. I wonder what our mother and I just read that. Sorry, man. Thanks again, Gate Smasher. Appreciate that, my friend. Perth, Australia has been averaging high 30s to mid 40s. Wow. All Western Australia is cooking. No good. My friend Crawlface there, he was the whole summer, I think it was cooking the whole damn summer. Got a lot of rain too at one point, but mostly dry spells, I guess, you guys down there, eh? And I hope Australia is doing good. You guys have been watching you guys in the news for years now. This is the second year. Lots of crap going on with Australia, even with China just on the outskirts trying to get land and get closer and take stuff over. Anyways, be strong, Australia. Hopefully, and I don't know if you heard the news, the last Australian. Hopefully you're not the last Australian. Maybe the last real one. Things are being taken down. Things are being pulled down, and things should be over soon, even though there is going to be probably a false attack afterwards. What are they going to attack us with? Climate lockdowns, I heard, are coming. Oh, I can't wait for those climate lockdowns. Well, it doesn't matter. At least they won't be coming door to door to give us friggin' J's. And I don't mean joints. I believe it, Len, from Boston. I believe the 5G is a military weapon, and I believe it's used. It's the main power now that they're going to go 5G as to the 4G for the direct energy weapons, which is very scary. It's a lot more powerful, right? So that means they would have to get a satellite to go over a certain area, and that satellite over a certain area, it would be very dangerous. These direct energy weapon satellites, I looked it up, and these things locate ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, launch systems that are underground around the world that can be located. They can strike a person, they can kill you through frequency, they can do anything they want with that. And it's also like a laser that can burn anything anywhere on Earth, no matter where they want to hit something. That is scary as hell when you think of it. T'es né allemand, ça va? C'est cool, ça. J'ai connu une couple de personnes ici dans le bout qui ont travaillé allemand. Qui ont travaillé ici avec moi, qui venaient d'allemand. I worked in a street steel foundry. Wow. Until my core temp went up to 101. Oh, boy. Permanently. Permanently, eh? That is effing weird, dude. It's funny you say that. You're higher than the 98 or 97 average. You're like 3-4 degrees higher. Me, I'm below. I'm 95, 94. When I get sick, I often get sick. Instead of having a fever, I get a low fever. The temperature plunges below. I like it cool when I'm in my coffin, when I'm sleeping in my coffin. Wood stoves, yeah. Yes, for sure. And they were hotter than us, right, Sugar Bee? The only thing, like I was just talking about it with my mother this afternoon, you had to put had to put a log in a fire. That's for sure. If you wanted to stay warm all night, and then you get up and you only have a little bit of coals that are still heated up a little bit, and you're sitting there through the braze trying to get another log in to get the fire started. It is cold. It's a dream of mine to be able to have ever been able to heat with wood. My goal is that one day, instead of living in a house in town, I really did want to live in the woods, and maybe, I was thinking maybe a camping area where, even if it's just like a cottage, where in the winter would be horrible, I would have to have wood, but that's what I'd do. I'd work, and during the year I'd go get $400 or $500 of wood, and that's it. Pop it there, and that's it. Bring it in. Always 40, 50, 30, 40 logs in your trailer, thawing out in the pan beside the fire, and it's awesome. And I say a trailer, you know what, eh? Downsizing, guys. People, even though this isn't paid, little houses and stuff like that. I'm very interested in that. Live in a little log cabin that I built myself in the woods. It's just a dream, stupid dream. My dream is to live where there's no electricity, in the woods, no heat, candles, but with an internet connection. So that doesn't work. So that I'd have to be able to do my shows, of course, because if I'm not doing my shows, I'd be flipping out. C'est-tu les aurores boréales ce soir? Au jour, je l'ai déjà manqué. Aïe, Jessica, je ne sais pas si tu es encore là, mais moi, laisse-moi te dire, les aurores boréales, j'en ai aucune idée. C'est toi en France ou au Québec, ici, si on va avoir la chance de voir ça. Les aurores boréales sont dans les extrêmes sud de la planète, mais comme je te dis, je ne veux pas dire qu'on n'en verra pas, mais ici, ça serait dans le nord, en tout cas du Québec ou du Canada. Peut-être probablement qu'il en verrait, mais à part de ça, je ne sais pas. Je n'ai pas entendu parler. Aurora Borealis, she's asking me, did I miss it? Did I miss it? I'll be honest, the Aurora Borealis is in places like Tungsmu and Tamsu and all these faraway regions and along, once again, along the equator. That's how it is. That's where it's most devastating, they say, along the equator. And that is along the equator where all the activity is happening. I'm expecting more explosions, guys. Like that explosion we just saw in the ocean there. I'm still skeptical as to if that was an asteroid or not. It's really, really intriguing me. So let me grab a glass of water, please. Boy, it is starting to get cold here. Really cold. Thanks for being here, guys. If it wouldn't be for you all, we wouldn't have this amazing channel. And now we have a really cool community, that's for sure. Hey, my friend Peter here. I did not see him. Hold on. What's going on here? I'm going to start missing everyone. Let me go all the way down. I'll see Peter there. If you have a sore throat, gargle with tonic water, quinine, and it helps. Oh, thank you very much. I gargle with salt. I've always done that. Salt water. You say tonic water, a lot of salt in that. Salt helps. And I don't use salt. Of course, it's Himalayan salt that I use only. And like that, bit of salt, a bit of warm water. Do that a couple times, gargle with it. And it helps the throat. Honestly, I tried it and I never get sore throats, and touch wood, I never get sore ears, and I never get headaches. It's not something I've ever gotten very often, you know. And it worked using the salt, the Himalayan salt, and gargling when I woke up, and I had such a sore throat that, you know, the sore throat, you can't even really talk. So I took the salt and it was instantaneous. I'm telling you, you guys got to try it. And if you get a sore throat a lot, try it. But of course, try what he mentioned there, of course. Michael, a pinch of boric acid in a glass of water twice a day disables the legs and antennae on the nanobots. Listen, I'll tell you what. Colloidal silver. There's a whole bunch of things that we should be all taking, you know, to remedy all this crap. And we're living in a crazy world, Michael. We're living in a crazy world, Michael. For whatever the reason, people want to go to a hospital to get something that has living organisms in it to stick in your effing body, to grow in your body, to create variants. And, you know, this is what's going on. I don't care what people say. Wake up. You know, I've always believed that you can't force people to do what they don't want to do in life. Well, I'll be damned if I'm not going to tell people what the hell's going on. That's for sure. I feel responsible when people go get the V. It pisses me off. It's like we're not sounding the alarm enough. We can't, right? So I don't sound like me. You mean like voice wise, or what? Basically, what I'm saying, because maybe I have a little change in my voice. But then again, there are 3 Bruce Wirtzes, so daily to stay healthy. Yes, I got them all 3 here. Oh, worse to know. That one I don't. Glenn, I did not hear about that one. Oh, we're no, that one I don't. But the zinc and all of them. Zinc, D3, you said? Is it D3 that I had? I don't know if I have the D3. Oh, I do have D3 actually. No, I'm D100. D100s, vitamin D3. I do have the D3. I also have these. Oh yeah, it's D3, but I have it with the K2 also. Very, very. No, I'm kidding. Don't eat them. You can eat them with water. But very important. And that mixture, vitamin C, zinc, you got to have all those together to prevent a bit of ivermectin, pinch of boric acid, sinus probes. Yeah. Scary stuff. Thanks, Len. You guys can get informed. When I see somebody talk to me about stuff, you know, that I don't know about, I look it up. I get informed. Have you heard of liquefied human allowed in water in some states? Norma, I'm so happy that you mentioned that. I don't believe anybody probably knows that. Not many people know that. Yes, and I found out a couple of months ago, And I got another confirmation again yesterday. A couple of people are talking about it, but yes, and Alex Jones is another one that's talking about it. And that's what they do. They liquefy it, and it's in the water system too. The drinking water system. They talk about the fluoride too, but it's not fluoride. It's literally also putting the human sludge, after liquefying a human, letting it into with the excrements, with the crap and everything in the urine underneath and the sewers and stuff like that. So they say that it's cost effective, because if not, they'd have to get rid of. And I got a little problem with that. The bodies usually, we don't throw bodies away, don't we? Don't family members bury? Anyways, weird. Very, very weird. Tinfoil hat. Oh, well, that's okay. Thanks, P. Smith. Right. That's why I was thinking with the oxide. I was thinking aluminum oxide. I was thinking we're talking about geoengineering and cloud seeding. Right. Thanks for letting me know that. You guys saw it, right? The pharmacists that open up the instructions, the booklets, where not the instruction, but where all the, products and chemicals that are in the V's, there's nothing in the packages. All the packages that were sent to the pharmacies are empty. They're not telling you what's in it. Crazy, crazy stuff. So China had a nuclear reactor in meltdown. Maybe it went. Oh, shite. I hope it's not a nuclear meltdown, a recent one. That there, I'm going to call false flag on that, or that it was deliberately set to probably freaking kill us off. Got Fukushima. Was talking about it with Andrew just the other day, a channel member, and Andrew Lepensi, and about Fukushima, the fallout that went around the world apparently, and it's probably what affected a lot of us. Probably what gave us a lot of sickness. That Chernobyl, really, really weird. There's a video for those of you that didn't see Chernobyl or Fukushima. Go watch a documentary of Fukushima and Chernobyl. It's the reactors that exploded. My gosh, you gotta, if you haven't listened to that, there's a video on YouTube of someone near Chernobyl, in Chernobyl. A couple of families, old couples, remained there. Like when everybody left, they stayed right there, doing healthy. 80-year-olds couple that are right beside the plant that exploded. They're right there in their house. They did not leave. There's no one else in the town. Chernobyl, giant Ferris wheel and stuff in town. It's just everything's abandoned. The grocery stores are abandoned. All the food that was in the grocery stores, all the cans that was in the grocery stores remain there. Also, excuse me, Bruce a coffin. I'm still here. I'm still here. We had a couple of trolls at the other stream, and the mods were on the takedown. Love you, brother. Please contact me. I would love to get you hooked up with the TV channel I'm on. They would love to have you show on TV, and it pays big time. Listen, man, I heard of it a lot. I've got a lot of offers. And I'm not bragging. I mean, I'd probably be stupid to do it. I'm going to believe you. And like I said, I respond to everyone. And you could leave me an email if you want. But like I said, I got a lot of people that want me to do radio interviews and television interviews, and it's never real. So if it is, great. And if you say there's some money in it too, even better. And Bruce Swartz 75 @commercial@gmail.com. If it would be okay, if you could maybe email me there anytime with any information. If ever you don't see me responding there, you come here like you just did now and say, Bruce, I sent you something or whatever. Very interesting. I'd love to. And I didn't say it to be rude. It's like I'm saying most people, Pervy the Clown, are here to fuck around. They're not usually serious about, contacting me to do interviews and whatnot. So I'm still waiting for the MUFON director to put me in a film. Did you know that? That's right. Look out, John Walson. I'll be on the TV before you. But let me know. And like I say, I'm totally neutral. There's nothing that presses me anymore. The moon's inhabited. We got MUFON contacting me. Lots of people contacting me. But if it's serious, go for it. Anyone that's going to put me on television and going to let me present my work is going to make a fortune. So maybe I always assumed at one point someone would contact me. So that's my take on it. So thanks a lot for connecting with me, my friend. 444 Limitless, how's it going? Reminds me of that stuff. Vernon is symbolic too, yes. I have an endless list of links about this stuff. So do I, man. Seriously, eh? But how come there's so much out there, but people still don't know about it? Ask any of your parents about this. They're not going to know about it. Most of them won't know about it. Mine's pretty awake now. But, we have to talk to people about what we're seeing because people are not going to know that at all. Damn right. Oh, gonna sneeze. Give me a second. There we go. I like going off screen because Penny always tries to say I'm doing coke lines. So smallpox. I'll talk to you about smallpox too. HIV, smallpox, Ebola in the same. Yeah. It's another thing. People back in the days, they were supposed to have a V for the smallpox. And it didn't go through. And this is many, many years ago. And the reason why it didn't go through back then for smallpox is because they refused. The people stood up and said they were not going to let themselves, go through that. And they won. They won that one, anyways. But yeah, that's right. Feedback, Fred. So I'm so ashamed of Canada for contributing with that shit. With humidity, the spreading molds and legionnaires, water, bacteria. Yes, that's the problem. Yes, Oliver Klein, my smart friend. Yeah, it's probably why some of the animals are dying off, Oliver. Right? Think of it. Some of the animals are going to be killed off in large swaths, right? Large groups. Unfortunately, I do, Carl. Thank you, Julie. Barb Weist is in the house. Thank you very much. Hi, Julie. Sweet lady Darla. I love you both. Thanks, Barb, for stopping by. We love you, Barla. We love you, Barla. We love you, Barb. Is what I was going to say. HIV helps it do it what it's meant to do. It's an all except the placebo. Yeah, we all got AIDS. That's exactly what it is. Same symptoms, guys. That's the worst of it, Scratch. Same bloody symptoms. It isn't the same sun, boy. That sun, boy, is something else. I honestly think the sun is a weapon. Imagine if where they're pointing all those sunspots, that could be a weapon. Because it's definitely shooting at Earth. Maybe it's a frequency war. The aliens are waking up. They're coming out of the sun. Also, but stuff in it too. And last time I looked, that wasn't bad. Thank you very much, Perv the Clown. I appreciate it. And like I said, maybe we can get in contact or something, man. No problem. It'd be nice. A coral castle, yes. It's just daylight robbery when people give you. It's just daylight robbery when people give you money, Bruce. Daylight robbery when people give you money. I don't get it. You mean the contributions that I'm robbing them? I rob them at night too. Look, it's 8. I'm doing some robbing at night too. I'm not affected anymore, guys. Really, honestly. "100 seconds to midnight." Not here, but it's getting there. That's good to know, Michael. Thank you very much, you guys, for mentioning that. Jennifer, how's it going? From New Jersey, I'll just say. Sorry about that. Thank you. Welcome, Jennifer. New Jersey in the house. I got many, surprisingly people, hundreds of people here to the channel that are all from New Jersey. I connected with a lot of people over the years in New Jersey. You guys rock down there. The real New Jersey. Not the one that they're trying to portray on television. I know it's badass down there, but yeah, still a lot of good people down there. Oliver, Darla tried to email me several times, but it seems not to work. No, my email works fine. Darla, did you try to email me, Darla? Did you just write that somewhere? I don't believe that is so because I answered a couple of emails from plenty of people. I was winding up on that one. I know it well. OS, welcome. Australia, Scott from Oz. Thanks a lot for being here. It does, Mary Cooper. It affects absolutely everyone. Really upset with what's going on. I have a link that explains the graphene in the water supply. Bill Gates, Frankenstein's poison potion. Yes, clot shot. Yes, Randy. Dang right, man. Jonathan, welcome. It's apparent going to be used in the filtration. Yeah. Bottled water, but even then, I'm telling you, I'm going off of everything. I loved that commercial. That must have been a 9854. All right. Lena Franklin, yes, warm in Australia. Eyes like no other. More they miss the earth, more and more the earth's going to fight back. Damn right. A lot of elements have already been changing their molecular structures. Yeah, that's the scariest part, guys. I mean, as far back as 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 years ago, that the animals started changing themselves, even changing the forming of the way their bodies and digestive systems, some of them are working. This is like 0.01% of everything that's going on, but that's true, what you just said. Hides Ho from Troublesome. Yes, Canyon, Colorado, USA. Yes. Lots going on there all the time in Colorado, USA. Lots of stuff there too. Big base there. Thanks for being here, Ivar. I appreciate that. Lena Franklin, thanks again. Let me scroll down. Whoops, I saw some. I can't get them all, Julie. I'm trying to get all the comments. I was thinking about Tonga. It looked like a nuclear bomb underwater to me. You know what, Lena? It's comparable also to Hiroshima. It did look like a nuclear bomb blast. It came out the same way. It got wide the same way. It did the mushroom cloud, the same exact thing. Did you see the weather it formed? And lightning and everything that was in that? Oh my goodness, that was something crazy. Survival expert says P. Smith. Thanks for being here. Say go south with shift and you can grow year round. Imagine. Yeah, I believe it. And that's what's going to happen. That's a good idea, actually. Eh? It's smart though to be able to grow all year round. That means you're never out of produce of anything you're growing for sure. Brian Parker, thanks for being here. Tactical Sovereignty. I've been sharing this channel with friends. I love you for it, Brian. Man, it means a lot. I get attacked. The channel gets attacked so bad. my kid, my friend, this was way back. It started, the attacks never stopped, but the hackers are holding back the views on this channel, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. YouTube's not helping me and stuff. So when I get people to share the channel, man, it really helps. It's the only reason why I'm here. It's because of the community, the contributions, the views, the shares. That's always what's keeping me afloat. It's what's making us one big family, because I couldn't do this alone. I could definitely not do this alone. JT1111, thank you so much, man. Speaking of generous contributors, Bruce, I haven't noticed any UFOs in the sky for 1 month. Same here, man. 1 month. I'm in Northern California. Hey, I have a feeling this spring something is coming. Yeah, you have the same feeling as me, man. GT1111, thanks for over the years and being a member and all the generous contributions. Yeah, something is definitely coming. I mentioned it. We're up to a month again, no UFOs. As last year around the same time was 4 months, 3 or 4 months, no UFOs. But because of the lockdowns, or because they're going to be lifting up everything, I believe, like you said, in a couple of months, spring, all hell is going to break loose, or we're going to see a lot of activity in the sky. I believe it. I'm expecting a lot of UFO captures for 2022. Hopefully, we'll get our first sign of I don't know, lunar landing. I highly doubt it, but you never know. They say that they're going to go to the moon. They're obviously going to put, they'll be past the Terminator line, or they'll be in parts, maybe that we won't be able to see. But Mare Crisium, they're supposed to drop off cargo there. They're supposed to do a lot of things, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to see some activity and some stuff happening. Who knows? Apostle Peter said the heavens and earth. Thanks again, man. Apostle Peter said the heavens and earth will melt with fervent heat and the elements. Well, yeah, and that's concerning, isn't it? It is, eh? And a lot of you, especially this month, I do a lot of research. My Bible is right behind me, right there, my Bible. And I do a lot of research, meaning there's always a time to take 5 minutes to read something in Revelations, and I've been stuck on Revelations. If you don't want to read, guys, go on YouTube, and while you're doing your vacuuming, or anyways, you're going to have a hard time here with vacuuming, but you're doing your cleaning, listen to Revelations while it plays the talk. Just listen to the audio of it. It's like you're reading and working and studying at the same time. And honestly, it sounds like a news report, and it sounds like Revelations talks about 2019, about 2021 and 2022. Just listen to what they're saying. It's absolutely incredible. The stuff that's coming. It really did, Lena. The stuff that's coming is absolutely berserk. You go all the way down here. I'm sure Christy Lindsay's there too. And I'm missing all these people. I'm sorry, guys. Not glowing. Janet Airlines in the house. I know, Jamie. It's true. Not a lot of people are going to believe you, though. Not a lot of people are going to believe me either. But it's true. That's what they were giving us. The infection. I bet if we just take an AIDS remedy or pills, it'll just heal it. But AIDS there's no cure for it, they say. You can only hold it off, right? It's snowing and high winds where I am in Minnesota. Thanks for letting me know, Beth. Well, it's plunging down to about below minus 40 tonight, that they said. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. So I started at minus 32, minus 33. Let's check what it is right now here. Probably didn't go down that much more, but maybe it did. Just to see the temperature. With minus 32, minus 33. Oh, well, this is interesting. It was minus 28 degrees with the wind chill factor minus 31. Now it went up, the temperature it went down from minus 28 while we were streaming in over an hour 29, 30, 31. It went down 3 degrees. And now the wind chill factor is still only at 31 degrees. See how the wind chill factor, it can be minus 10 degrees, wind chill factor minus 20, depending on the wind. And let's see, the wind is at 0 miles an hour. That's another scary thing, guys. When I get cold weather here, in general, it's always very windy. But here, minus 31. So it is really minus 31 now. No wind chill factor, minus 31. And there's no wind chill factor. I don't think I've ever seen that. And that's where it gets scary. So, hey, there's zero kilometers in wind, guys. Darla, 83% humidity. That means it's very, very humid. So it's going to be cold in the houses. That's crazy stuff. So this is supposed to plunge down, Darla, 10 to 12 degrees from what we are now. Can you imagine that? 10 degrees? Minus 10 degrees? Cars aren't going to start tomorrow. New or not, the cars aren't going to start tomorrow. I worked at Toyotas. And when I worked there in Montreal, a Toyota concession, a big one in Montreal. And the new cars in the winter sometimes didn't start. You have to start them up. We do need the sun. Absolutely. Gamma ray cannon, yes. And it exists. Yeah, well, Carmen, thanks again. Hey, Carmen, thanks for the generous contribution this afternoon, too. I heard you had some problems contributing as I was looking at this stream before. A beam. Yeah. Well, you see, look at it the way you want. Bill Gates wants to dim that beam, right? It is a beam. It's like a laser beam. Honestly, the sun shoots out. It turns and rotates both like this and like this. Must be going like this all the time. I don't know. It's weird. But the sunspots, you see it turning on the sunspots. So that is shooting out and spitting out plasma everywhere, like towards different various things. So maybe that's what even formed life here. No, we were brought here probably. We're probably from the moon and brought here. Thank you very much, the stats. Yes, it is family safe. Even though sometimes we talk about death and vaccines, but it's rare. It is rare. I was just talking about it today because we never really do, and we have to always shut up and we're not allowed talking about it. But I mean, honestly, I'm just sort of happy that things are maybe going to be over. So those of you who don't have the V, I'm not telling you not to take it. I'm telling you to get informed and to be very, very sure that you want to take something. When in reality, they're going to stop everything. Yeah, the gamma ray cannon. That's another thing, man, that I believe that they're testing. And imagine they must have all of this in space, right? They must have it all in space. Definitely already functioning, in use. All that debris that China and Russia, all their anti-satellite missile satellites that are shooting, making debris. Russia did a test. It hit one of its old Russian, old Russian satellite, and they shot it down with an anti-missile, anti-satellite protection satellite missile, whatever. Shot it, and it caused a whole bunch of debris that the states are saying, you know that there are a bunch of liars. The American government, bunch of liars. Canadian government's bunch of big asshole liars. So is Russia. So, and China, even worse. The Geno gang. So when they say that the states did something to them, I never really believe it. We'll never know. The states say that Russia's causing debris in space. You think U.S. is causing debris in space? Definitely causing debris in space. Who's been to space more often? That's how I look at it. The aliens can turn off the Mugthi, can turn them on. Oh, damn right. Damn right. Dazzy Bling. Hello to you. Welcome. Thanks a lot for coming by. Mr. Bubble Hunt, thanks a lot for stopping in. Everything is a frequency and vibration. That's it. Amen to that. The end. That's straight up. That's straight up what it is. And everything is always in movement. Like, take an example. It's like a squirrel's tail, right? That's how they stay up. It's always moving like that. We're vibrating too inside all the time. That's how it is. We are a vibrational physical frequency, holding up together by atoms being compressed because of magnetism. If there was to be a major shift or change in the magnetism, they would start to see us melting, and the atoms would start appearing on us, and we'd start separating. That'd be pretty drastic, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't want that to happen. Chris, I hope you're not too sick, you there, my friend. Is she having a stroke? No, I'm not talking about you, Chris. I'm looking at someone having a flipping out here. Yes. Why do you look at me, Michael, when you say that? You're absolutely right about that. Get in shape, guys. So, yeah. Jabby, welcome. I'm sure aliens are real. Can't wait until we capture some with James Webb Telescope. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're probably going to do. And hopefully, well, they are going to do that. I just hope that they're going to actually show us some of them. Would be awesome. Purring cat on my lap is best vibrating. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can feel that, Sneaky Beaver, for sure. The vibration of that is crazy, cat. Gerbil or anything you hold in your hand, and you feel that, eh? It's, you know what? It's like electricity. It's like whoever created us put an electrical charge in us, and it's the soul. The soul, look at the soul as a free energy machine, and that it's inside of us and it always works. And the minute the shell blows up or breaks or something like that, we take off. Yeah, damn right. Our friend Crawlface. Yeah, a hell of a fitness guy, for sure. Stan's Caves in the house. Thanks a lot, man. Oh, Kai, you almost got me, man. Say it fast 3 times, Kai. Put ouch in front of Mike Hawk also. Ouch, Mike Hawk, Mike Hawk. Anyways, that was funny. Wow. Wow. I see. Thank you. Oh, did somebody block a Michael Hawk? Let me check. Get fit people. That's okay. Anyways, nothing wrong with that. But maybe somebody saw something else. Yes. Replication of virus and parasites. Yep. Well studied. Works great. Absolutely. Scabies, ringworm, any parasite in your body. So, yeah. I was even going to mention to see if you were able to get any in your end. I know they say that I'm able to order some online. And like I said, 3 milligrams is what I saw per pill. And it was, it's from $3 to $5 a pill is what they charge it. And for 20 pills was about 70 or $80 for the 20 pills. That's what it costs. $3-4 a pill, I think. Actually, yeah, $4-5 probably a pill, actually. Poor taste. I thought it was funny. Distilled water. Yeah, talking about that too. I've tasted distilled water. I remember doing that as an experiment at school as a test in chemistry class. And we're all drinking a distilled water. We're like, yeah, what the hell? That's when you know that water has a big taste. Here, the water we drink around the world, anyway, is a bit different. Monkey work? No, I do not, Danny. Survival guy on TV years ago. We said it fast every time. Les extraterrestres ne viendront pas tant que le monde va mal et surtout leur interdit. Oui, parce qu'ils ne veulent pas venir s'en mêler avec ce qui est en train d'arriver. Ils n'ont pas le droit, mais ils ne veulent pas s'impliquer dans nos problèmes. À moins que la race humaine aura un gros problème où ce que la race est en péril, mais là, oui, bel et bien, qui sont supposés, selon la Fédération Galactique, qui vont descendre pour venir arranger les choses. Outlaw here too, sad as it worked great when I had C last year. Crazy, eh? That's why they took it off. Thanks again, JT1111, and to everyone. So what did you say, Michael Hawk? What did he say anyways? If it had anything to do or any term with Cove, don't wonder why you get taken down. My mods are trained for that. I'm talking about it because of my channel, but in general, people shouldn't be talking too much about the Cove on in the comment section when we're taken down. The sheep. Yann Raymond, comment ça va, mon frère? Merci d'être ici, man. Salut Bruce, my English not good. Ben, c'est pas grave, mon frère. Je te comprends pareil. Le ciel de Drummondville jusqu'à Sherbrooke a flashé 4 fois de suite. Hey, man, merci de me partager ça. Nous, on l'a vu. Personne n'en parle. Wow! Yann, merci, va partager ça avec le reste du monde. Yann, my friend, is in Drummondville. And he said in Drummondville, supports the channel. Merci, Yann. He says that the sky in Drummondville all the way to Sherbrooke flashed 4 times in a row. And the flash was green and blue. Like a big green and blue flash 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he says that everyone saw it, but no one's talking about it. But he said a lot of people saw it and he saw it himself. Merci de partager ça, Yann. C'est drôle, tu dis ça, ils viennent d'envoyer 2 satellites pour le Space Force des États-Unis. Ils ont envoyé ça à 2 heures après-midi. Je ne sais pas si c'était à l'entour de cette heure-là, mais c'est intéressant ça. Yann, merci d'avoir partagé ça. My throat is getting bad, guys. I'm going to have to get off. 4K zoom infrared eyeball updates. Hey, the Anglodon, I like it. As morbid as it is, I think so. I believe that we may get that chance to get some updates. Hey, infrared eyeball, guys. When I cough, is it because I'm a big guy that I cough up smoke? Is that normal? And if you cough up smoke sometimes without smoking? No? Okay, don't answer that. Infrared eyeball updates. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Eh? You're outside Hey, hang on. Hey, change to infrared. Check that out. Holy shit, yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe a little vein we have to press on here. Like it'll go like half droid, half robot, half human. That's what's coming to walk dogs and listen to live. If I could find a blasted flashlight, don't you trip. You're still here, Michael. Anyways, Michael Hawk's still here. Leave him here, guys. Don't be too mean to Michael Hawk. I didn't see what happened. Anyways, I can't see everything. Yeah, Christian, it was available for 1 cent to dose. Probably. Wow. Should have been used that instead of the 20 different J's. Yeah, exactly, Kellen. Exactly. Tonga, someone slowed the video of eruption and it looked like some kind of object was fired into it. Yeah. When there's an explosion or lightning often we think it comes out of the sky, but it doesn't when it hits the ground. When it hits the ground, there are actually rods on the surface that are reaching up for it, for that lightning that's like it's alive, and it travels really fast going to look for that charge. When it sees a charge, it goes and hits the ground. But I'm just mentioning that because it could be a blast. I honestly think it could have been maybe a test they did in the ocean, and they dropped it near Tonga to see a test if what it would do, if it would cause a tsunami or something. That's scary stuff. Now, sans encore, Yann Ramon, hein? But it could be that it was shot out of the sky. It could be a bomb, nuclear bomb, atomic bomb, whatnot. That's scary stuff. Ça, c'est vraiment vrai. That's true. We got to love each other for the world to go better, because if there's no love, it won't get better. Yeah, no V words here. I got to be careful, guys. Yeah, man. He's making that brain chip, Neuralink. Neuralink did the testing and everything to be able to read the effing brain waves, and they're going to be able to distinguish and get a bunch of different colors to things. Like, for example, when the pig is fearful, they're going to see a bunch of pink lines or red lines reacting a certain way in the computer, and he's got a program, man, to change the mind. So if a mind is thinking of killing someone and you had Neuralink in you, well, they'd know it, that you're thinking of killing someone. They'd literally see your brain waves and know that you're thinking dark thoughts if they don't already know that. MK Ultra. And that's what's going to go on. The brain chip in our brains to be able to control us, and so that we don't, that's what it comes down to. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of something right now. I know a couple of people now that have cars that automatically call 911 when Siri doesn't open up. When you call them, the car, like you get in an accident, the car automatically calls it for you. Imagine if you're driving drunk all the time and you hit a post and you're trying to drive home. You won't be driving home. 911's going to call you. Yeah, okay, that's a good thing, but still in reality, it's not good that they're doing surveillance on you. Well, USA, you guys, I heard my American friends complaining with reason that they have been doing surveillance and listening in on your phone calls and on your computers and in your emails. Well, it just happened in Canada. They've been doing it throughout the COVID, guys. If you have a cell phone, they've been recording your every whereabouts, and they're recording where you are going. They're recording where the unvied are going. That's what they're doing. So they obviously saw it wasn't much of a danger. Like, if you look at me and I got a little line every month that goes there and then comes back, that's all I'm doing. I ain't doing much. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by. Went to school with a Michael Hawk and Michael Hunt, Central Illinois. I went to school with a Michael Hunter and Michael Hawkins. So the world is small, isn't it? Actually, Hawkins was a fast runner, actually. Funny that Hawkins, but anyways. Illinois, welcome. Illinois in the house. A lot of U.S. friends here. Appreciate the support, my friends. Yeah. Never dreamed times like this could happen in my lifetime. The J ended beautiful life of my Christian science practicing auntie. So sorry about that, Christy. Good news, though, sister. And I hope you know about this, Christy. It's all over, eh? The fat lady has stopped singing. So they said. Actually, she's just finishing up, but she's unplugging the microphone and everything. Good times are going to come back, and then we're going to have to endure what all the people that got that shit, what's going to happen to them over the years and stuff like that. Government better pay. They better pay for what they did. You know, I hope it's done. I hope they're done with this shit now. 2024, hey, Kellen. 2024, it's the year that I'm so anxious for because of what's supposed to be going on the moon in 2024. Trump will be back in the States. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so interesting in 2024. I'm going to lose so much weight, I think, in 2024, because I'm seeing what's coming. The UFO report, the UAP report, everything they're talking about. Are they going to admit that there's lights on the moon? I definitely hope so. I really hope so. Born Again Buddhist is in the house. Hello. First live stream I've been able to catch in a while. Well, thank you very much. Anyways, I'm surprised because I see you here a lot. So obviously in the comments, but if it's your first time reaching the live in a while, thanks a lot, my friend. I'm just about to get off, guys. So I'm going to make a video for you all. Huck was my cattle dog, and Mike is my name. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, we got Quinn Hudson, which is really Penny Bunny, aka the curious little bunny. She won't be around too long. Her channel's being attacked left and right. Poor her. She must be keeping so busy. They do, certainly. Sean Taylor says, hi, Bruce. How are you tonight? I'm doing well, Sean. Thanks a lot for stopping by, man. Nice to see you. Russ, NYC, we're all going to be slaves to the government. Well, yeah, in reality, Russ, that's the thing. We are already their slaves. It's that they wanted to have real total control on us. So for some reason, all the reason why there's the governments and everything and the courts and everything that were set up, what should have been to protect us, but I don't think that that's what's going on now. Yes, absolutely. Most of the trolls have short circuits. Les extraterrestres sont là. N'oubliez pas de filmer et surtout leur envoyer de l'amour. Ça, c'est bien dit. C'est bien dit. Il y en a qui disent, Janet, ça peut être des démons. Mais je me dis, oui, mais d'un coup, que c'est pas des démons. Hein? Moi, je ressens de la positivité quand que j'ai un ovni devant moi. Des fois, une connexion, surtout quand il y en a un qui est venu proche. Fait que bien dit. Strahd took over after Mike Hawk poisoned himself and his wife. Oh, geez, that Mike Hawk. You got me, bugger. Was he a big guy? If he was, then I'd say, oh, Mike Hawk was big. But we don't know if Mike Hawk was a big guy. But like, you want to share his link, check out Mike Hawk. That what you wanted to hear? Hi, happy I said it. I wanted to say it. The Nag Hammadi. Thanks, born again Buddhist. Hey, Rick. I mean, all the slave technology they have seen in space. Damn right. Of course, that's what they're doing. What if space is actually nothing like what they're showing us? I'm thinking of that too, man. It's scaring the hell out of me. I tend to think that that's probably the story. That's probably what's going on. What if our reality is more like that of a fish in a fishbowl? Yes, I like it. I like it and I don't like it. Not knowing the true reality of human existence. Exactly. And once in a while, like an out of body experience, a fish comes up to the top and jumps up, but then all of a sudden remains on the side of the water, and the shore is stuck on a rock, flips around, then falls back in the water, goes back down, tells the other fish, dudes, you will not believe what the hell I saw when I left the water. I compare them to us a lot. All animals, just like humans, even though they're not. The Law of One, I have checked that out, Beth. Wow, I'm impressed. Finally, a book that I touched. Yes, I probably didn't read it all, though, but The Law of One, I've read a bit of into it. Could be. We're going to find out soon enough. I miss these live streams. Always something interesting being discussed. Born again Buddhist, thanks so much. Yes, we really do get into these amazing conversations. All thanks to you guys and gals for, like, I write a title and you guys come here and then you just ask me shit. Incredible stuff that gets me really deep into and pondering a lot of these things. Because, like I said, we can't know everything, right? We can't see everything either. And some of you tell me, Bruce, did you see so-and-so's link? And no, I didn't hear about that. Wow. Thanks for letting me know. Exactly, Russ. We don't. And the worst of it, those of you who have taken more than one J, okay, well, you're still stuck in your homes. You can't leave. And you're stuck to still have that bloody diaper on your face. When you think of it. Fedra FDS posted more porn links, which is really AKA our sweetheart, Penny Bunny, Claudia C. So the money was smarter than the scientists. Every day I come closer to believing space is an ocean. Kellen, we got some interesting theories here about that. And a lot of people here will agree with you for that. We've talked about that a lot. I actually believe that there's some plausibility to that. That is possible. That space could be, thanks, Darla. Space could be Dizzy Lizzy. Space could very well be an ocean that's around us. Talk about, like Andrew said, being a fishbowl. Yeah, well, maybe even more than we think, being a fishbowl. So at minus 36 degrees now, if there is a sky, I'm outside. I don't care how cold it is. I would definitely be outside filming. You hear that? House is cracking. The house is cracking. The roof. $217. That's good. Oh, Team America singing "Everyone Has AIDS." They even mentioned the Pope and a few other things in the song and movie. Well, that's how it started. I'm positive a lot of you laughed at Alex Jones when he started talking about the frogs turning gay. And then 7, 8 years down the road, they start turning around. They start talking about, the fish and frogs turning gay. It's like, oh my gosh, seriously. You rock, Janet. Sean, very interesting question. Nostradamus. Also, Nostradamus, I have a couple of people born the same day as me. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's Galileo was born February 15th. I thought Nostradamus was too. I'm the Nostradamus. Bruce from Quebec, the Nostradamus. I wanted to start a channel. Go ahead, trolls. Enjoy. Trolls will be able to. Listen, the Nostradamus also had a brother that wasn't as smart as him that also tried, some predictions and stuff. I'll tell you what, Sean. I believe that Nostradamus was maybe someone who was very awake, or maybe was into also conspiracy theorists or theories back then. Were there any secret societies back then when Nostradamus was around? Illuminati or whatnot? But the Nostradamus, there's a lot of predictions that talk about what's to come, and I'm almost scared and believe that it's someone that deliberately wrote the book and that said that that was going to happen, and that it's because they're planning on doing everything that he was saying. It's another scary thing. Kellen, is it Kellen? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And I thank you very much for taking the time to become a member today too. You guys rock. The support and contributions. Kellen, I really appreciate that, my friend. And welcome to the community. And thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time. T's Garage, Space and Ocean. No. See, not everyone agrees, which that's what I love. That's what's so beautiful about the theories. And if you're saying no, you're not saying it for nothing. You could be saying it because maybe you know something that in space about something that people don't know. I honestly think there's an ocean or water around us. I've seen some videos where a rocket looks like it hits an ocean and slows down. There's also recording and sound. You can hear the water. They have to waterproof and water seal the doors. The astronauts' uniforms are waterproof. So there's lots of weird stuff, when you start talking about water. Psychic medium Jason, how's it going, brother? Well, in the Bible, it says people would want to die because of how long we will be able to live in the future. Bible says people would want to die because of how long we'll be able to live in the future. That's scary stuff. In other words, that people will be alive continually. Imagine them doing that to us, though. Literally making us live 275 years so that, but have us always like working for like 150 of those years. It would be crazy. We are slaves here, eh? That's what we are. Jacqueline M., thank you so much for coming here, Middle Tennessee. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I like that one, Christy. Generator. Absolutely. I'm so late, guy. I'm sorry. Yep. Pretty cold. In West Virginia, says T's Garage. Thanks, you guys, for coming by, eh? Like to think they were referring, Tom, when we reach the age of 1,000 of years old. Yeah, listen, you know it, right? Adam and Eve, Moses. How long did these people live? Between 800 and 1,100 years, right? Maybe off 100 years. They lived so long, ever so long. And weren't getting jabs back then, now were they? That's probably how long humans last. Who says that human beings are only supposed to last 80 years? Don't you find it odd that we go from 30, jumping around and out in clubs and having beers and stuff, and then we hit 35, 40, and we start getting old, 50, 60, 70, 80, It's ridiculous that a human being can live 80 years. We could easily live 175, 200 years, if it wouldn't be all these man-made sicknesses. Unfortunately. Oh, yeah, listen, I totally get, I despise winter, but I everyone around me loves it. Most people I know love winter. I'm just one of those bah humbug guys, Grinch guys, or too cold. It's too damn cold. Look at the meat on me. I'm 240 pounds. I lost weight, lost 10 pounds, maybe 235 now. And look at it the way you want. I go outside. I shouldn't be cold. I'm freezing. I'm sick of the cold. Can't stand the cold. But that happened for me working outside. I've worked many cold jobs in the fields along the highway in Montreal, and just, cement shops and stuff where I was working in and outside, bringing bases in and stuff and filling in plastic parts and whatnot that were being produced in the company on the other side. So I was going in with the lift. No heat in the lift, of course. It was like a 1957 lift. Big ass lift. Giant wheels. Big ass. I had the biggest, the biggest scoop I'd ever seen on that monster until I remember raising it too high with a machine in it because we had to go put it up on the top of the mezzanine. And what happened is I got up to about, I'd say about, I don't know, 17, 18 feet. And I'm sitting in the tractor, and the tractor went forward, went onto the shelves, bang, hit the shelf, went down to the next shelf, bang, hit the next shelf. The whole time that was happening, I was looking at my boss like, what do I do? What do I do? But I was good because I was a good employee. The boss asked me to put it up there. I said, I'm going to flip over. He goes, do it. Okay, no problem. Bang, start bringing it up, and then boop, flipped it down. Canada, we tell the weather, including the wind chill, because it's always windy. Yes, exactly. And like right now, it's minus 32 actually right now, but the wind chill factor remains at minus 32 because there's no wind. All you need is 8 kilometers of wind or 10 kilometers of wind. It's already up 2 or 3 degrees. So thanks again, Kellen, and you guys. And I am going to get off now. I do this a lot, Kellen. I say goodbye for about an hour because I have a lot more people coming to the channel now, even though the views here, Kellen, 80,000 views a month. We're going down to 70,000 views a month. And the views are always, it's a battle to be able to stay anywhere near underneath 10,000 of 100,000, maybe around 90,000 would be awesome. Like, I mean, I'd be happy with 100,000 views a month, but I don't even get that. But we do have an amazing real community that comes here, and that's the difference when you come to the channel. So, hey, Laval, Quebec in the house. Elle a calme. J'adore le nom de la chaîne en même temps. Hey, Bruce, moins 24 à Laval, Québec. Damn, c'est fou. C'est fou braque. Juste l'autre bord de Montréal, ici, l'autre côté de Montréal, moins 31 présentement, à part du facteur vent, parce qu'il n'y a pas de facteur vent, parce que le vent est à 0. Mais elle arcade, fais attention, c'était Laval, c'est ça. J'imagine vous allez. OK, c'est ça, c'est parce qu'à Montréal, anyway, ça va être pas mal semblable. Supposé de plonger à moins 40 cette nuit, man. Fait que fais bien attention. Fais attention, pas sortir dehors trop longtemps. Non, c'est grave, cette température-là, c'est comme vraiment dangereux. L'arcam, merci beaucoup d'être passé. Merci pour l'info. Damn right, T's Garage. That's definitely where I'm going. I'd have to have a way to record it for you guys. The infrared camera, I am curious, though. You know, guys, I have a wire. And I could connect to the computer, but I don't think it can live stream. But what I can do, since I'll do a test for that very soon, okay? I have StreamYard. What I can do is plug my infrared camera outside and start filming and send the video and audio. I don't know if I can have it playing live on my screen. I never tried plugging it in. I must be able to. Because if I could do that, I could start a session of StreamYard, and then I could share the desktop. If the desktop would be the video that I'm having sent into my computer from outside, maybe I could T's Garage be able to do something like that, though, for you guys to see it recently. Looking at the stars at night, maybe do some tests. I'll check out some tests for that T's Garage. Recently, give me a couple days for the cold to get by, but I will definitely be doing it. 2 days I'm out, maximum. Sunday I'm out doing errands everywhere. Jacqueline M, thanks for being here again. And thanks, everybody. I'm saying goodbye. My 1 hour time of saying goodbye. Hiding behind the disco star effect it created on my channel. I have a picture of a UFO mothership hiding behind the disco star effect it created on my channel. Awesome. Merci, 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 merci. Thanks, you guys. When I said it wasn't snowing in Minnesota, I was speaking in SE. My husband is working from Wabasha up to Red Wing on outages. Wow. Well, you guys be safe up there. It's snowing. Actually, sorry, it's not snowing here, but it snowed. We got that storm, about 20, 25 centimeters. Now it's the cold weather. It's supposed to be like that all week. A bit worried though. It is pretty cold in the house. But anyways, it won't get much colder than that. Actually, 9 degrees, Darla. It's supposed to go down tonight. More than we are here right now. Merci encore à l'Arcam. For us gardeners, know that plants prefer the light of the moon over the sun. Oh, yes. I learned that recently, actually. The sun's rays with plants, moonlight makes them stretch out and healthier. That's interesting, eh? That's incredible to know, eh? Kellen, lots of good times coming up, brother. Lots of cool captures coming here. The CIA has something called... dude, I heard of that. That's scaring the shit out of me, honestly. Excuse my language, everyone. It is scaring the heck out of me. A heart attack gun, yeah. You know what Russia did, to that guy, the Khashoggi, or that was the prince that cut him up in pieces and put him in a bag. And then it was Khashoggi, I think. But I'm talking about what was it? I don't remember who it was. I think it was the CIA. Something about talking about a rail gun or something being built for the moon. I wasn't not sure about it. That was also interesting. Sun only seems somewhat normal when it's at the horizon. JT 1111, you said a mouthful there, man. Oh, you said that almost an hour, over half an hour ago. But if you're still listening, you're right. And that's now the only time I can get the sun is when I wake up and you get it in the horizon as lifting up. Because the minute it gets over that first tree, then you have all those clouds. Judy from Louisiana, or Southeast Louisiana? From Louisiana, 37 degrees, feels like 29 degrees. Yikes. Wind factor, my friend. Judy, welcome. Thanks a lot, you guys. The Anglo Don, Bruce Shoes, size 13s, my friend. No, I ain't taking it, buddy. You can be sure of that, my friend. Sorry, I'm a piss taker. Sorry about the moon munglers. Hello, Judy Barker. I didn't know Judy Barker was here. Oh, I saw Judy. Must be Judy. Maybe she changed her name or something. Who else is here? Pure blood. You said it, Connie. Good for you, my friend. That way we'll depopulate the earth a little bit more fast. Sorry. Hey, that's what you want to do. If you got the V now, it's not a good thing, my friends, because you don't even know it was in the V. It's sort of funny, you know? Voting Democrat. You know that is now funny. People say they want to vote Democrat. That's not for real. Come on. It's like saying, oh, I want to abuse people. I woke up this morning, I want to start abusing people. Well, Biden's doing good, so he's even on a Time magazine cover. They got him, looks like he's smoking a joint with a cloud over his head. We do appreciate all the amazing comments, guys. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you very much. Well, Dizzy Lizzy, I have some good news for you, my dear friend. Good, encouraging news. A lot of people had to. I had some family members that had to also because of their job and their work. And a lot of people are worried about some of the people that took it, maybe about health issues and stuff like that. But the good news is that it's going to stop. They're not going to be giving more of them and to get people sicker and sicker. These J's are slow killers, and it'll affect someone maybe drastically that's less healthy than the other person. But I do believe there's a lot of things that your son, Dizzy Lizzy, can take. Like I've started only recently taking to get rid of the toxins in your body, is like something as silly as a diatomaceous food grade. It's a powder I take, and it can be used for a whole bunch of things. There's a whole recipe and list of things that get rid of toxins in your body and help. And now the good news, Dizzy Lizzy, is that the information is coming out about the truth. And because some people were very sick with the V, and what it's going to do is that they're going to probably come up with some remedies or maybe some remedial syrup to be able to counteract maybe some of the poisons or some of the effects, But it's a very sad situation that people had to get to that, choice and everything like that. But because I'm not here to scare anyone, but I am here to wake people up. And by you knowing that, it's maybe not the best thing. Maybe you could just give them a suggestion not to take the second one. But again, it's none of my business. I understand that. I understand those of you that had to, that wanted to. It's your choice. If I'm afraid to take it, and I would die feeling if I had to take it, I know a lot of people took it and they would die if they weren't able to take it. So I guess it depends. My mother even told me that. It depends on the person, who the person is. You can't force a person. But anyways, I'm sorry. I will force a person. They're dangerous, and people have to know that. It's important for people to stand up. Yes, some of us are going to lose our jobs if we stand up. Some of us are going to lose whatever, everything we have. But what's the use of taking a J and having it kill or hurt us? We're going to lose everything that way too. So those of you who do stand up against it, maybe you disagree with it. Well, good for you. And those who, like I said, who have family members that took it, well, we're going to get through that together. And we're going to try to go through healing and remedies. But I'm telling you, I don't know what you guys are going to do if it actually does harm or kill a family member of yours. I don't know what your reaction will be, but I'm not going to accept it. And I'm going to be a very, very aggressive, mad person if that happens to me or someone in my family. Because once again, where I'm an effing coward, shut up, sitting down, not doing anything, coming on once in a while and whispering a couple of shit phrases, like I say, telling people not to take stuff, doesn't change or help the world whatsoever. Some people lost everything by standing up and risking it for others. But I respect each and every one of your opinions, and all the, some people had jobs, Dizzy Lizzy, that they had to be V'd. If not, they would have lost their jobs. And somebody working with a job at 60, 70,000 a year is not going to take that chance to lose it. They have families. I get it, right? It depends on what situation that we're in, but I guess. Anyways, thank you very much. Janet Airlines, j'ai besoin de ton adresse. J'ai pas reçu d'adresse. J'ai pas reçu d'email une fois de toi non plus. Ça peut me prendre 2 secondes si tu le fais de suite. Parce que sinon, j'ai rien envoyé parce que j'ai pas eu d'email de toi, Janet. J'ai checké dans le scrap aussi. Puis c'est plate parce que ça en fait 2, 3 de toi, de vous autres, là, encore une fois. C'est comme je réussis pas à avoir l'adresse, puis ça n'a aucun sens que tu n'es pas capable de m'envoyer un email. Si tu me dis que tu l'as envoyé, je m'excuse, puis c'est vraiment, vraiment les trolls qui sont vraiment en train de focailler le chien. Mais s'il te plaît, une dernière shot, si tu es capable de l'envoyer, Janet Airlines, ce soir. OK? Puis je m'ai checké ce soir exactement. Mais il faut que tu marques dans le sujet Janet Airlines, adresse, s'il vous plaît, comme ça, on va le savoir. Puis ma soeur, je m'excuse. je sais pas quoi te dire. Si tu l'as envoyé plusieurs fois, ça doit te faire chier d'avoir fait ça. Tu vas t'enrager après moi, mais moi, je veux juste te donner un petit cadeau. Mais en réalité, ça me prend une adresse. T'sais. I'm sorry. Je m'excuse si ça allait arriver. Ça fait plusieurs fois que tu m'as dit que tu l'as envoyé, même de regarder dans mon junk mail. Puis... Fait que check ça. That's how I see it, Michael. It is the people's. Thanks, Julie. It is the people's choice, and the people, can choose it if they want. But like I said, I want everybody to know that the V's were brought out to depopulate the earth in a slow killing fashion, where they're going to study the experiments that are being done over the years and the effects and side effects, whether it be for space research. Maybe they want to kill off aliens and they're going to test us to see how sick we get. But we got to wake up. I know that inside of the V is effing poison. You can't take it. Which one you say? All of them. They're living organisms in your effing arm. It's not something that they have any clue what's going to happen afterwards. It's like a baby. If you're 9 months pregnant, something comes out after 9 months. We don't know what's going to come out. Here's a scary part. Don't want to scare anyone, but I hope to God they didn't inject you guys with alien fetuses, or that maybe you guys are going to be pregnant now. The women are going to be, their V will be like, oh my God, what the hell is that? They're like all coming out of you like alien babies, like one after the other, like, oh my God, this is horrible. Ah, like the V. Anyways, maybe not, but you never know. Tobacco is deadly now, yeah. Yeah. Probably a lot less deadly than other things, but yeah, damn right, Sean. It's full of junk out there. What was on the last launch? Thanks for asking, man. The last launch was today, January 21st. It was launched at 2 o'clock. I don't think Eastern. I think it's more, well, Florida time. Yeah, that would be same time as here. So like Montreal time, 2 o'clock. They launched the G1 and G2 or G4 or G6. It's 2 satellites for Space Force. It's their 2 new spy satellites, by the way, to observe a faraway galaxy, because it's a galaxy. It's a belt that they're going to see, but not the Kuiper belt. They're going to see the Geo something belt, where there's a lot of rocks and activity and things going by, and they're going to look for UFOs and stuff like that. The 2 satellites that just sent up. There's demand for more satellites to go up and a whole bunch of things. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, you guys. So that's what they just sent up. 2 spy satellites, once again, from the United States, was sent up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Apparently, the launch went well and everything happened. That happened, Gate Smasher, during the first live stream. So I started streaming at 1 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock, halfway through the live stream, they launched. And I missed it. It's too bad I missed it. Thank you very much, Jackie Rabbit. Everyone, thank you. I would have wished to have answered all the comments. Si tu peux, Janet Airlines, je m'excuse, tu es obligé de te demander ça encore une fois. Mais si tu peux envoyer si tu peux m'envoyer ton adresse, on va pouvoir t'envoyer un cadeau bien mérité, bien sûr, pour le grand support que tu donnes ici. Don't worry about it, man. I don't think it's the worst. Eating a banana or smoking a cigarette, I think it's pretty much the same toxins that we can get in our system. Was pitching something like a brain protein that targets the religion and aggressive regions of the human brain. He was pitching it to end global terrorism forever. See, that's the thing. I know it. And they're doing that. They're doing that, okay, to be able to regions of the human brain. Yes, to take over parts of our human brain. So in other words, to make us be like obedient, like to not have, to be like these, eggheads, airheads. They don't even blink, actually. Do they blink? Yeah, I think they blink. But made to perform. That's what they did to them. Russ, NYC, I'm going to see you again next time, man. Thanks again for stopping by. I appreciate that. Immediately the last comment. I get so worked up over people not seeing. Yes, it is yellow that reflects as if it's light. Carmen, love ya. Thanks a lot for the great support that you give this channel. I appreciate it. And each and every one of you. Hootie hoo, nice to see you. Kane. And guys, thanks so much for being here. Everyone, I love you all so much. And we'll be back on soon. It's already 10:41. You must be bored with me. I'm going to head off. I'll be up all night making a video for you all. You'll see the video come up a bit later tonight if all goes well. And I really appreciate the amazing support that you give me. Can I ask you all a favor? And I ask each and every person that watches this video, and only, I'm not asking you a favor. I'm going to make a deal with you. A fair exchange. If you believe watching one of my videos for the first time with UFOs in it, if ever you see a video here that has a title that does not represent what's in the video, don't subscribe to my channel. But if ever you see a video and you like it and you think maybe that I'm showing stuff others are not showing and that there's more people that should be here, I just ask you to give me a subscribe. It will definitely help. It helps all creators that do that. I have a lot of trolls here. During the streams, I lose 30 subscribers. So what would be nice is this time if I actually gained 30 subscribers. And Penny Bunny's upping and downing the subscribers along with her boyfriend Ace of Space. And it'll help if we subscribe. I'm 9 subscribers away from being at 0.2, not since yesterday. So yay, let's make it happen. Same time, we'll piss off the trolls. It's all a win-win situation. Later, guys. Let's leave that thought, Jackie Rabbit's question in your minds, because that's exactly what I've been thinking about all a year in 2022. We just started the year. Poles are flipping. I wonder what will happen with the ocean. See, this is what I'm worried about. Worried about the flooding and then volcanoes and stuff. But you know what? The good news is that we're all going to live, right? We're going to be able to get through it together. Hopefully, not everyone's going to die. Guys, I had an amazing evening. I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope I don't get you guys mad when I always say goodbye and I don't leave. I have a hard time leaving. I always feel like, not that I have to, but I want to be here longer because I get so many amazing comments that I always miss and everything. But more live streams coming up, and the more people we are, if guys just bombard the streams, we'll make 3 streams a week if we have to. We'll get more people to come on. Thanks for everything, generous contributions. I'm leaving now. I'm actually walking away, and it's cold, and I'll be talking to you all tomorrow. You want to come see me talk in French? I'm on Avenue Quebec Astronomy. Tomorrow, doing a live stream at 1 p.m. Montreal time. Come by, my English friends, and say hi. Talk to you all then. Thanks again, Russ, NYC, and all the channels, new channels here that came by to take a look at the research. I greatly appreciate it. Talk to you all very soon. Shut up now.